as Loaded rolls on. Kyle Fletcher now with a huge opportunity.
So now Kyle, the heavyweight, Fletcher, gets a shot at the big guy. Gets a shot at Rampage. The guy who's seen the sense. The guy whose respect I earned. He's turned his back on these muppets. These guys that chant for you. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. I'll be at ringside, Kyle. I can't wait to watch it. The question is your tag partner going to join you? Is big Mark for himself, Davis, going to be at ringside, cheering on, hoping that his boy can upset Defiant, hoping that his boy can win the big one? I don't think you can, guys. I wasn't going to start this video and start calling you guys wrestling tourists or anything like that, because listen to my voice. I'm not even from here. For some reason, Rampage likes me. Rampage saw the light and joined me. But it's not just him. I go to these shows and look at me. I'm not a specimen like the rest of the roster. I can't do those high-flying moves. I'm not one of these indie darlings. I'm a throwback to this type of wrestler that doesn't even exist anymore. For some reason, these guys, they respect me. I don't need to worry about my visa running out. I'm going nowhere. The only reason I'm going nowhere is I've got the respect of those guys. And the question is, boys, do you? Because as good as you are, as popular as you are with these fans, I don't know that you've got that locker room respect. I don't know that you can walk up to guys like Rampage Brown, Martin Kirby, Pac, look them straight in the eyes, shake their hand, and get respect. Why is that? See, I respect the hell out of what these guys did. I know that I am standing in the house that they built. There would be no Defiant. There would be no ICW. There would be no Progress. Hell, there wouldn't be a UK product on that network if it wasn't for guys like them. Guys that did the camps for years. Guys that wrestled in the small venues for years. Hell, guys that got that golden ticket like Rampage, went the whole way to Florida, didn't like what they were doing, and before it was popular to shove a contract up someone's ass, before it was popular to be independent, he told them to f*** off, and he came back and he built this house that we all live in. So it's not about me throwing shit at you guys. I just want to know, do you respect the monster that is Rampage? Do you respect everything he's done? Because Kyle, if you don't, he's going to beat the respect into you.
The following is a non-title contest set for one fall, and it has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing at this time from New South Wales, Australia, representing Aussie Open, and weighing tonight at 200 pounds, the Aussie Arrow, Kyle Fletcher!
Kyle Fletcher, the Aussie Arrow, obviously most known for his work as part of Aussie Open, the longest reigning tag team champions in Defiant history, but Fletcher with a chance to set his sights on a singles title. If he can beat the world champion here in non-title action, he will be added to the main event of No Regrets.
Just shows you how quickly things can change around here. Kyle Fletcher, he could be in the title picture, but first he has to get through this man, who, let's just say, has had a change of his own as of late.
His opponent is accompanied by the last true sick boy, Rory Coyle, from Leeds, England, weighing tonight at 260 pounds, he is the current Defiant Wrestling World Champion, Rampage!
A change of heart indeed for Rampage. The efforts of Rory Coyle to get into the head of the world champion and to change his mentality apparently have now paid off. Rampage and Coyle, I'll call it what I called it earlier, an unholy alliance.
I just can't wrap my head around it. I really can't. For the longest time, Rory Coyle spoke of bringing the monster out in Rampage. He didn't want the best wrestler in Defiant. He wanted a beast, a monster, and it looks like he's succeeded. And Rory Coyle staying out here at ringside, and that chills me to my very core, I have to be honest.
It should chill Kyle Fletcher to his core as well, because Fletcher is out there on his own, and the same cannot be said of Rampage. Again, this is a non-title match, but still a big opportunity for Fletcher, because he will be in a title match if he wins this. That match between Rampage and Mark Haskins for the world title at No Regrets would become a three-way with Kyle Fletcher added to it.
Unbelievable. If you're Mark Haskins, you have to be wondering what's going on. You won that shot against Rampage fair and square, and now all of a sudden, that could become a three-way with Kyle Fletcher in the mix. So many unanswered questions. We're going to get some answers here in the main event of Loaded.
Fletcher looked for a clean break and got one from Rampage, but I don't think that was because Rampage was feeling compassionate. I think it's all part of the mind games. And one thing among many that you could say about this new alliance between Rampage and Coyle is that Coyle's mentality, Coyle's attempts, or Coyle's success, quite frankly, to get into the heads of his opponents may have rubbed off on Rampage.
And Rory Coyle, like any director does, just keeping a close eye on a movie that, let's be honest about it, he created.
Yeah,
it's a horror movie as well.
He has molded Rampage into a version of himself that only Coyle could foresee.
Kyle Fletcher has bulked up a little bit over the past few months, but physically, in terms of sheer power, he might not be a match for Rampage. I don't think anyone is.
Not too much in it, weight-wise. Rampage still a bigger man, but not by much. A shoulder block from Fletcher. Fletcher's looking good here.
Imagine going from one half of the longest reigning Defiant Tag Team Champions ever to being in the mix to become Defiant World Heavyweight Champ.
Fletcher got caught by Rampage. Coyle likes what he sees on the outside.
That sick, twisted smile.
So covered by Rampage. Fletcher kicks out, and Fletcher keeping those world title dreams alive, at least for now, but
barely.
Yeah. There's a tall order for anyone when you've got this combination of Rampage and Coyle.
It just baffles me, Dave. It really does that Rory Coyle has played the long game here. Now, he was Defiant World Heavyweight Champion himself. He lost that championship back to Rampage, but in the process, has he gained another minion?
Coyle apparently playing the long game. Lost the battle at Lights Out and lost the championship in the process, but seems to have won the war for the soul of Rampage. Justin Sison was the opposing army in that regard, I guess. Could see that there was a possible dark side of Rampage that Coyle could bring out, tried to stop it, but couldn't prevent what has ultimately happened.
Justin Sison didn't want Rampage to walk down that path. He wanted him to walk towards the light. It didn't happen.
It was a choice for suplex from Rampage. It was a choice of order or chaos, as Sison put it, and Rampage chose chaos, which is much to the pleasure of Coyle. Rampage goes for the cover on Fletcher. 1 and 2, and kick out on 2.
Can you imagine Rampage, as good as he was before, now this monster has been unleashed and he has been manipulated and quite frankly represented by the looks of things, Rory Coyle. Can you imagine how long he could hold that championship?
backbreaker from Rampage. Everything he does, so devastating. Pressing those shoulders down into the mat, and Fletcher trying to roar with frustration as he tries to find a way into this match against this imposing world champion.
Imposing is the word. Fans trying to rally behind Kyle Fletcher, but this is just sheer destruction from Rampage.
Choking out Fletcher. This is the kind of thing we wouldn't have seen from Rampage before. Breaking the rules, or at least bending them as far as they will bend.
These are the ones you want.
Now Rampage is jawing off at the crowd.
Rory Coyle with that camera over in the corner. Is he filming this?
I don't even want to speculate on any of the actions of Rory Coyle, because you have to go into a very dark place to understand anything that man does. Ducks the clothesline with Fletcher. Takes out Rampage on the rebound.
Rampage didn't see that one coming. Now there's a look of concern across Coyle's face.
Fletcher with the roll through. Clothesline in the corner. Fletcher building up a head of steam here. Fletcher is going to go up to the top floor. Fletcher tries to take out Rampage. Rampage charged at him. Fletcher dived out of the way. Now Rampage, though, regaining the upper hand. Go for that implant DDT, but it gets countered. Big suplex shakes the ring. Fletcher with a cover to go into the world title match. Rampage kicks out.
Shook the ring and almost shook up the Defiant Championship picture at No Regrets on May 25th in Manchester, but not quite.
Coyle was looking concerned, because if Coyle is all about anything, it's all about control. Coyle wants to be fully in control of everything that's going on, and of course if that match against Haskins at No Regrets became a three-way, then he loses that element of control. It's another uncertainty added to the picture if Fletcher is in there.
That power.
Ready to back suplex from Rampage. Cover, hook in the leg. Rampage, the world champion, can't quite put away Kyle Fletcher, at least not yet.
And every time Kyle Fletcher manages to find a way to escape, Rory Coyle wears this look of disbelief, almost like he's watching twists and turns in those horror movies that he makes. Rampage can't quite believe that this one isn't over yet either.
Rampage looking for that pile driver to put Fletcher away. Fletcher not allowing it to happen. Able to escape. Hits Rampage with the forearm. Fletcher going to charge in. Rampage moves out of the way. Big boot goes up from Fletcher into the jaw. Fletcher is holding his own here against the champion.
Oh, he isn't half. This could change everything, Dave.
Fletcher's got Rampage up. Powerful young athlete is Kyle Fletcher. Scoops him up, slams him down, sit out slam, hooks the leg. Fletcher, can he get him this time? No. Fletcher having a wonder at this point what he's got to do to keep those shoulders of the world champion down for the full 3 seconds.
It's a tough enough task at the best of times, but now Rampage has this, I don't know what to call it, supernatural, evil power that Rory Coyle possesses that has been breathed into Rampage, his lungs, and now he's a different kind of force, a different level, a monster, a beast.
Fletcher going for those kicks. This time he gets caught though. Went to the well once too often, I think. And now Fletcher still finding a way to maintain the advantage, or he was, until Rampage hit him with the boot. Fletcher, super kick. Rampage up the rope, gets hit by a second one. The champion still won't go down.
The ropes coming to Rampage, his rescue.
Rampage, brainbuster. He'll go for the cover here. Rampage. The lateral press didn't hook the leg, and Fletcher was able once more to hang in there, but only by his fingertips.
Rampage smells blood.
He'll go for the pile driver. Oh, Fletcher counters. Fletcher, he's got the shoulders of the champion down. Not for the full 3 count, just for 2 again.
What a main event here on Loaded. Kyle Fletcher looking. Oh, here we go.
Grabbed by the hair. He grabbed him by the hair, but he takes him down with the pile driver. Fletcher's head bouncing off the canvas. Rampage with the cover, and Rampage puts away Kyle Fletcher.
Here is your winner, the Defiant Wrestling World Champion, Rampage!
Rampage preventing Fletcher from going into that main event of Lights Out the World title match. Instead, it remains one-on-one between Rampage and Haskins.
Rory Coyle still filming what's happening, filming the people here in Newcastle as the Defiant champion holds his prize aloft.
They get some sick pleasure out of the disappointment of these fans that Fletcher couldn't pick up the win. Rampage looking as dominant as ever, if not more so. Now he's with Coyle.
Coyle now just the director of this destruction.
He's going to try for the pile driver again. Well, Fletcher is helpless at this point. Fletcher has been knocked silly by the pile driver. Oh, here comes Haskins! Haskins! Mark Haskins and Vicky Haskins cleaning house. Rampage and Coyle trying to do more damage to Kyle Fletcher. But Mark Haskins, the man who will challenge Rampage for that world title on May 25th, not going to let that happen. Rampage and Haskins, eyeball to eyeball, they will be one-on-one at no regrets.